Everyone says you need a portfolio, but no one tells you how to get one when you have no clients. Most advice misses the crucial step you can take today. By the end of this video, you will know exactly how to turn your old job into a compelling portfolio, landing your first paid client within weeks. There is one specific critical move almost no one makes, which I will reveal in the final section. You have spent 15 years building things, solving problems, and delivering results. The idea you need a new, shiny portfolio because you are on salary is a lie you tell yourself to stay stuck. A portfolio is simply proof you can do the work. Your career is already packed with that proof. You just never bothered to package it for an outside client. You are not starting from zero. You are starting with a lifetime of demonstrated competence. Consider all the internal presentations you built or the processes you documented for new hires. These are not just old tasks, they are genuine work samples. You likely curated internal training materials for a decade, ensuring compliance and clear understanding across departments. That is a content development portfolio for businesses needing employee onboarding resources. A small tech firm could easily pay $800 to $1,500 for a single well-structured training module. After seeing your relevant internal work, your challenge is not a lack of experience. It is a lack of perspective on what portfolio truly means. But simply listing your old task won't cut it, which brings us to how you tell this story effectively. Quick thing, if this is making sense so far, hit like so more people in your shoes can find it. Stop thinking in terms of your old job title and start thinking about the problems you solved. Every single bullet point on your old resume can be reframed into a client-facing case study. Identify the challenge that existed, the specific actions you took, and the measurable outcome you achieved. This before and after narrative is what clients actually pay for. Did you take a chaotic spreadsheet and turn it into a clear report? That is data synthesis and insight generation. Did you streamline a clunky internal workflow that saved your team time? That is operational efficiency consulting. For example, you ran the yearly budget consolidation across 5 disparate departments, taking raw, conflicting data and turning it into a concise, easily digestible executive summary for leadership. That is financial reporting simplification for startups, a high-value service that fetches $1,500 to $3,000 for a quarterly deliverable. Frame your past as a series of successful client engagements. Even if the client was your own company, you are selling solutions, not just activities. Your biggest fear is likely breaking confidentiality, but you absolutely can create compelling case studies without revealing trade secrets. Focus on the generic challenge and the universal nature of the solution, not the specific company or exact numbers. Instead of naming a company, say a mid-sized professional services firm or a rapidly growing e-commerce brand, use percentages for results instead of raw figures, like reduced project delays by 15% or improved internal communication scores by 20%. The goal is to demonstrate your process and impact, not to expose proprietary information. For instance, you once untangled conflicting directives from 3 different internal teams to successfully launch a critical product feature under immense pressure. That translates directly into cross-functional project rescue, a highly specialized service for overwhelmed founders, worth $3,000 to $7,000 per engagement because it prevents massive losses. Clients care about your ability to deliver, not the specific name of your previous employer. Once you have these stories, the real question is how to present them quickly and compellingly, which leads to the simplest portfolio tool you already own. Forget building a fancy website initially. Your first portfolio should be a simple, concise, one-page PDF document. This isn't a resume, it's a sales tool. Highlight 3 to 5 of your strongest, most relevant, reframed case studies. Each should follow the challenge, solution, result format. Make it easy to read, scannable, and focused on the outcome for the client. Think of it as a visually appealing cheat sheet demonstrating your value. You can design this in Google Docs, Canva, or even a simple Word document. It just needs to look professional and clearly state the value you bring. For a new client onboarding experience designer, a one-pager showing 3 examples of how you simplified complex initial processes for past employers, even internal ones, is incredibly powerful. A mid-market consulting firm looking to improve its new client journey could pay $1,500 to $3,000 for a similar project after seeing your concise proof. This compact format is easy to send to potential clients and get straight to the point. But what if your experience feels too internal, too removed from a direct client output? That's where building a targeted sample comes in. Sometimes your past work just doesn't quite fit the exact service you want to offer, or it's genuinely too confidential. In that case, build a spec sample, identify a common, painful problem your ideal client faces, then create a hypothetical solution for a hypothetical client, demonstrating exactly how you would solve it. This isn't fake work, it's proactive proof of concept. For example, if you want to offer operational playbook creation, you could design a simplified onboarding guide for a local coffee shop's new baristas, Even if they never asked for it, you show your process, your thinking, and the tangible deliverable. Imagine a small chain of boutique fitness studios struggling with inconsistent branding and messaging across their social media platforms. You could create a social media content calendar and style guide as a spec sample for them. This focused project, even hypothetical, clearly demonstrates your skill in brand consistency and content planning, attracting an actual client who might pay $750 to $1,800 for a similar deliverable. A spec sample shows initiative and directly addresses a market need. You are probably overlooking some of your most valuable portfolio pieces because they felt like simply doing your job internally. Did you ever step in to calm a difficult executive by breaking down a complex issue into simple, actionable steps? That's high-level stakeholder communication and resolution. Did you simplify a dense report for leadership, making it finally comprehensible? That's data storytelling and executive synthesis. These aren't just soft skills. They are direct demonstrations of your ability to navigate complexity and deliver clarity. Businesses desperately need this. You might have designed a new internal reporting template that leadership universally loved because it finally gave them clear insights without the jargon. That is custom business reporting design for small firms. A high-impact service that can command $1,200 to $2,500 for a complete system, saving owners countless hours. Your everyday competence is a sellable service. Don't let your internal wins stay hidden. Reframe them as external solutions. Now, with these tools in hand, the mistake most people make is where they try to find their first client. Do not waste time bidding on Upwork or Fiverr when you are starting out. Those platforms are a race to the bottom, and they punish new freelancers without dozens of reviews. Your first clients are hiding in plain sight. Your existing network. Think about former colleagues, bosses, mentors, or even friends who run small businesses. These people already know your work ethic and trust your competence. They are far more likely to hire you based on a reframed internal project than a stranger on a global platform. Your portfolio pieces, whether reframed past work or a spec sample, are designed to be shared directly with them. For instance, a former colleague now running a startup might be drowning in unorganized customer feedback or internal process notes. Your reframed information architecture and knowledge systemization portfolio example, showing how you brought order to similar chaos, could land you a $2,000 to $4,000 project to get them organized. This is not asking for charity. It is offering a direct solution to a problem you know they have. But all of this hinges on one specific, crucial move you must make to bridge the gap between your past and your paid future. Here is the critical truth. Your portfolio isn't about what you did. It's about what problem you solved and what outcome you delivered. The most important move you can make is to shift your entire mindset from listing job duties to showcasing solutions. Your 15 years of just doing your job means you instinctively know how to take an outcome off someone's plate and own it. This is the highest paying skill on the market. A successful portfolio demonstrates you understand the client's pain points and have a proven track record of alleviating them. It isn't a collection of tasks. It is a clear promise of future value. You built a robust internal knowledge base that cut employee support tickets by 30%, saving hundreds of hours annually. This isn't internal documentation. This is efficiency-driven knowledge system design. TA and a mid-sized B2B company would pay $4,000 to $9,000 for that level of expertise because it directly impacts their bottom line. Your entire career has been a series of high-stakes, real-world projects. You just never gave them a price tag. The most powerful portfolio isn't a collection of shiny designs. It's a clear demonstration that you've already solved the exact problem your potential client is currently losing sleep over. Your past isn't a closed chapter. It is a powerful, ready-made portfolio of competence waiting to be reframed. Stop seeing your career as just a job and start seeing it as a collection of high-value solutions. Go discover the sellable skill you already possess because the proof is already there. When you are ready, head over to freelancefitai.com for your free sellable skill report.